Hi everyone, I'm FMGreeno. Welcome along to episode 28 of the Mighty Magyars. This is my FM21 international save where I am managing Hungary. After the disappointment of our performance in the World Cup 2026, where we went out in the group stage, we're back to European matters now, and it's Nations League time again. So here's our schedule for the Nations League. You'll remember we got relegated out of Group B last time round, so we're in Group C, which brings hopefully some easier opponents, an opportunity for us to top the group, and possibly therefore a playoff place into the Euro 2028 if we need it. So the teams in our group this time round, we have Northern Ireland, who we're going to be taking on today, we have Azerbaijan, and we have Moldova. So hopefully that's an opportunity to get a little bit more green on this screen than there is currently. In the aftermath of the World Cup, it has been time to move some of the older players on. Gulaci actually has retired completely. He's like 37 years of age now, so he's just given up. We've also moved out Willie Orban, who's been with us from day one. Loic Nego, the right back, also been with us since day one. He's moved on. And a couple of others, Kleinheisler, for example. So we're going to be looking to try and build a bit of a younger squad, keeping some of the core. Players like Sobosloy we're still going to try and build around, and Shaloi. Schön is in and around, although he's not going to start for us today. His condition's not quite good enough. But there'll be a few more youngsters coming through, players we're going to look to promote from the under-21s, for example. A couple of positions really are causing us a bit of a headache, especially fullback. So Hangya is a player I don't really want to be keeping around the squad too much longer. He's 32 years of age, but we don't really have a lot of good backup. If we take a look at the guy, we've seen him before, Gabor Hegedus. Now he is our sort of second choice left back. And, you know, ideally wants to play as a winger, can play as a left full-back, but as a wing-back. And he's got a lot of really good stats. Great pace, acceleration, agility, teamwork, work rate, technique. You know, a lot of really good stats in there. But tackling of 2 for a full-back. That's just not good enough, is it? Composure of 8, anticipation 7. Some of the things you really need in a left-back. So yeah, we're going to see if we can find someone who can come in and compete with him. Right back, similarly. We do have Barnabas Bescher, who isn't in the squad at the moment, but again, he's 32. We've got Fodor, who we are using today. He's not really international quality, but he's solid in a lot of the areas that we need. But he's the only right back in the squad today. So, again, that's an area we need to be looking around at. Plenty of other options in most of the other positions. Not all of them great, admittedly. But we got a decent enough squad. Let's get over to Belfast and see how we can do in today's game. So, packed out Windsor Park here at Belfast. We get the game underway. Looking for a big performance from a couple of the guys who are possibly going to cement their place in the side. Benyei being one of them in central midfield. We've moved Sobosloy out to the left-hand side today. So, Benyei comes in. He's had a decent move to a top-flight club in Romania. Seems to be doing pretty well. Oh, here's Janes. What a start. Oh, it's disallowed. I thought we'd gone one up in the first minute, but Janes offside. That's always a kind of the risk you play when you've got a advanced forward, pacey kind of guy who you're asking to play on the shoulder of the last defender. You will get a number of offsides against you, but I think the positives outweigh the negatives for sure. So we're doing pretty well. We've had a couple of shots. Nothing else highlight worthy as yet. I'm really looking to use this Nations League tournament to try and blood a few youngsters in. So we might see a little bit of rotation as the tournament goes on. I think the fact that we're up against teams that, on paper at least, are weaker than us, gives us an opportunity to do that and to see who's going to be a decent player for us going forwards. Wow, what a dull first half. Zilla, I'm sure you'll appreciate that one. So, 5 shots for us, none on target, 2 shots for them. Not a brilliant game of football so far. I think we're going to have to get in and shake things up a little bit. Sobosloy is only on a 6.4 playing out on that left-hand side, so we might have to look at making a little change there. I'm going to tell him I'm not happy. That's demotivated Adam Nodge. Okay. He's one of our senior players, of course, now. Just turned 30, I think, so you'd expect a little bit of a better reaction from him, but seemingly not. A goal kick from Hoot Wagner gets picked up by Northern Ireland. Good strong run here by Kennedy for them. Back to our keeper. Hoot Wagner is very much first choice at the moment. Now Gulacci is retired. The backup keepers we've got are all right, but Hoot Wagner is, by some margin, I would say, our number one currently. So we're coming up now, 66 minutes on the clock. We've yet to trouble their goalkeeper once in this game, so that's a bit of an issue. Another highlight here, building with Northern Ireland. They got the ball out to Lewis on the left-hand side. He can cross a ball, and he has. Oh, what a mix-up at the back that is. Oh, my goodness me. What was the keeper doing there? I've just been extolling his virtue, saying he's definitely our number one. Cross comes in here from Lewis. And, well, I suppose it's not really the keeper's fault. It's the left-back, Hangya, who's, again, one of the experienced heads in the team. Right, time to make some changes here. We need to sort this out. So, I'm thinking if we can get a left winger on, we don't really have one, but Horvat can do that. Maybe we're going to drop... Who are we going to take out here? Shalloy is not having a good game. I want to get Molnar on. He can play. He can't really play as a trequartista. He can only play as an advanced forward as well. So maybe we'll drop Janesh down to pressing forward. Sobosloy is ineffective out there on that left-hand side. So I think what we might do, take Dardai out, bring Schaefer on, and kind of do this. I think that works all right. Obviously, we're going to have to not focus down the left and right because we haven't got anyone playing there now. But we will still get the fullbacks heading on down in that direction. Maybe we'll work the ball into the box. Attacking width kind of narrow. Let's see how that does. You've got 20 minutes to turn this around. We're going to go more positive. This is not good. Oh, we've had a shot actually on target now, so that's something. Here's Nodge. Beignet looking for Molnar. Oh my goodness, is he in? Oh! What was going on there? Their keeper just went on walkabout. And unfortunately, there was just too much pace on the through ball for the striker to get on there. Wow. So, 5 minutes plus injury time to go. If we concede a second here, we're done in this game. And my theory about this being a weaker group that we can dominate isn't looking so clever. So, Rafferty here on the right for Northern Ireland. Finds Cummings. Gets a ball in. Lewis. Oh, just wide. Okay, time to go attacking. Let's demand more from the boys. We're going into just 2 minutes of injury time. And wow, that is not the start to this campaign that I was hoping for. So, we've got an immediate opportunity to put things right. We are home to Azerbaijan now. And I've decided we're not going to play the 4-4-2 anymore. We had a very good run with it 2 seasons ago. Last year, obviously, wasn't great. We only got 1 win. So, yeah, time for us to go back to the original tried and trusted formation a little bit, I think. So that brings Sobosloy into a Matsala role in midfield, where he can kind of roam around and fill in the spaces created by the fact we've got inverted wingers playing on both sides. I've decided to go with Molnar up top today, give him an opportunity in the team. Beignet has not recovered very well from the Northern Ireland game, so Sheffett is going to come in here onto the box-to-box midfielder role, and we're going to drop Nodge into that defensive midfield role, where he played so well for us earlier on in the series. The one area we got a little bit of a concern, Fodor at right back. His condition is not great, and as I mentioned, we don't have another right back in the squad, so that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on as the game goes on. Anyway, let's get over to Budapest, see how we do in this one. So, a big crowd in here in Budapest, and hopefully they're going to see a little bit better performance than they saw in the last game. That was really, really not what I expected out of us in that game. So hopefully this change of formation, a little bit of a change of personnel, will help us out a little bit. So, knocking the ball around. Balog to Schaefer. Turns, gets it forward. Molnar, a good burst of pace there. Shot blocked though, but can he recycle the ball? He can. Will we get another opportunity here? Magyar overlapping, but clearly nothing happening there. So we started it pretty well. We've had a few chances in the opening minutes. Azerbaijan set up fairly defensively here. Good ball out to Magyar there. Finds Sobosloy. Nodge. Schaefer. Here's Sholoy dropping in. Keeping possession nicely. Looking for the right opportunity. There's a ball out wide. There's Fodor. Still recycling the ball. Sobosloy. Can he find a killer pass? No. This highlight is going on for a while, so hopefully something's going to happen. And it has. Fodor finds that opportunity. Molnar, using his pace and acceleration, gets away from the defenders, and a very neat finish indeed. Balog found Fodor there, still in a fairly advanced position. Good cross into the middle, into the space. And there's Molnar to finish it off. So hopefully that will settle the nerves a little bit. Say Azerbaijan offering very, very little here at this point. Not a single shot of any kind. Halfway through the first half, I'm fairly happy with the way things are going. I'd like to see a little bit more possession from us, but it says they're playing a fairly low tempo, so I suppose they're just trying to hold on to the ball as long as they can when they get it. Not really doing anything with it, though. So we go in at half-time with that 1-goal lead. I think we'll tell them we expect a little bit more. No reaction whatsoever. Okay, fair enough. So out for the second half. Dardoy and Fodor, both down the right-hand side, are looking a little tired, so it won't be long before we have to make some kind of change there. So we don't have a right back, so Fodor's probably just going to have to suck it up, but we could do with someone with some fresher legs in front of him at least to offer a bit of protection on that side. So let's do that now. Dardoy can come out, and Fodor, the Inter Milan youngster, can come on. Shaloy is not having a great game on the left-hand side, so maybe he'll be coming off in a couple of minutes too. Looks that way. So time for him to come and sit on the bench for a little while. Now Hegedus, our backup left back, he could be an option on left wing. Like I said, he's got a lot of great stats for a winger and not so much for a full back. So let's give him a 15-minute or so run and see if he can offer us something different on that side. A very defensive setup here from Azerbaijan. It's proving quite difficult for us to break down. There's Schaefer though. Oh! What a hit! The keeper punched it out, but was out of position. Drops to Schaefer. And how far out was he? 25 yards probably, I'd guess. Just shoots through the crowd of players. Doesn't touch anybody on the way through. And that's 2-0. I don't think anyone can deny that we deserve the win here. It's not been that convincing. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, we've completely denied them any goal-scoring opportunities themselves. Oh, I hit the post from Molnar there. That would have put a nice gloss on the scoreline. But I think, you know, in the grand scheme of things, a 2-0 win, I'm pretty pleased with that. So here's how the group looks after that result. You can see we're sat in third place with just the 3 points from our 2 games. Moldova and Northern Ireland have both picked up 4 points from their opening 2. So we're expected to win promotion out of this league, and I still think we're in with a very, very good shout of that. I don't really see Moldova as being the competition here. Northern Ireland are probably the other strongest team in the group. So if we take a little look at the schedule, we have Moldova and Azerbaijan coming up next in October, both away from home. And then we have 2 home games to finish the group against Northern Ireland and Moldova. I think that's what we're going to come back for and do another double header. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Bit of a mixed bag in terms of results and performance, I think. So certainly some work to be done. Time to have a little bit of a look at the squad, bring in some of the youngsters again, promote some from the under-21s, I think, and see how we do in the next 2 games. Anyway, if you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me. And of course, if you've got any comments, I'd love to see them in the section below. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. There's plenty of room on the Greenobus for you all. Well, it just remains for me to thank you for watching, and we'll see you back in Budapest for some more Nations League action with Hungary. Hojra Magyarok. Viszlát!